Hi everyone, my name is Brian McCallum. I'm the Assistant Director for Data here in Georgia for the USGS South Atlantic Water Science Center. And I'm here today to talk to you about the new USGS National Water Dashboard. So I always like to give, during my presentations, a signpost or a roadmap of what I'm going to talk about. And so I'll start out with, what is the National Water Dashboard, or NWD? Why you as a user could potentially be interested in it. I'll talk a little bit about the next steps that we plan to do for the new product, and then close it out with a virtual tour of the dashboard itself. Okay, so this is the USGS National Water Dashboard. The URL highlighted in yellow is its permanent address, so make sure to bookmark that. The default view will show the status of the USGS stream gauge network across the lower 48 and parts of Puerto Rico, Hawaii, and Alaska. It also defaults to showing the National Weather Service radar imagery. We will get into more details of the dashboard when we do the virtual tour in just a few minutes. So the National Water Dashboard is a major new product from USGS. Its origins are from the Texas Water Dashboard, which was created to highlight water resources information during severe events. The National Dashboard was launched on October 30th, 2020, and brings together all USGS real-time data into one modern and mobile-friendly interface. Additionally, it adds warnings and weather hazard information from sister federal agencies like what you see to the right. The dashboard will be a central data access point for the USGS moving forward. So why is this important to you? Well, for the first time, the National Water Dashboard brings all USGS and other federal water hazard information together into one easy-to-use platform. You can locate on the map your location. You just need to be careful if you're on an IT network because it might detect where your gateway is instead of your actual location. But it works very well for mobile devices. You can view by the lower 48 United States or an individual state, or you can even zoom into a certain view that you're interested in. It provides real-time statistics, and the thing to stress is that this is just the beginning. There's going to be a lot more added to the dashboard as time goes on. Some features and functionality we hope to add to the dashboard in the near future include additional USGS data sources, such as discrete monitoring locations, content from our USGS Water Watch pages, highlighting our cooperators and the funding they provide to support our operations, and keeping track of the telemetry status of our entire real-time network. We also want to add new spatial filters, such as major river basins and political boundaries. And we also want to bring in new information from other external data sources, such as river forecasts from the National Weather Service and wildfire information that is so important during the drought out west. And most importantly, we want to stress to you that we want your feedback about improvements and how we can make the dashboard better. It's now time to take a virtual tour of the dashboard. Just follow the blue arrow as I highlight the various features and tools. First, in the upper left corner in red, you will see the experimental tag. This is temporarily in place while we continue to mature the dashboard into a robust national product. Next, also in the upper left corner is the toolbar with 6 buttons. You can zoom in or out using the plus or minus buttons, return to your original view using the home button, or have your location highlighted on the map using the arrow button, which is third from the top. 2 newer buttons at the bottom were recently added to allow the user to change their area of interest and to copy the link to save your favorite view to return to again and again. I will talk about these 2 tools also a bit later. Moving to the lower left, there are the various required links and legal statements. Moving to the top menu bar in the upper right, the first option is Overview, which provides a pop-up screen that gives the basics of the dashboard and also has the USGS provisional data statement, which is required for all of our real-time data products. Moving to the right on the upper menu bar is Layers. This gives the user access to all data layers for the dashboard. Each expandable main layer is shown, such as the USGS stations. To the right is a number in a box which tells the user how many sublayers are actively being viewed on the dashboard. The Streams sublayer is expanded, and the box to the right of that shows how many USGS stations are being displayed currently on the map. Below that are the various options for the Streams layer, which can be cycled through with the left or right arrows or directly accessed by the pull-down menu. Next is the on-off display button with the opacity slider bar for that layer to the right. The green summary box provides the user with a statistical summary of flow conditions for the streamflow stations in your default view. The next main layer down is weather conditions, where you can access the various weather data, forecasts and warnings, and drought information from our federal partners. Below that is the hydrology layer, where you can turn on views of rivers, watersheds, and aquifers. And the final layer allows you to change the base map views. If you want to start over, just click the Clear Layers button. To understand what the colors of the dots on the map represent, you should click on Legend in the top menu bar. The Legend display provides a description of what each color on the map represents. For flow status, it is the percentile flows. The Comments section describes how these are determined. The data source provides a link to where these data were accessed from, and the tip box gives you a suggested next step for additional data exploration. Once you are done with the Legend display, you can either toggle back and forth with the Layers menu, or just click the red X in the circle to close the Legend display. Going back to the menu bar in the upper right corner of the screen, the Tools menu provides some powerful options to use with the dashboard. First, there is Search for a Place, where you can search on a location name, a county or city, or even a river name. It will provide you with a list of search results to select from. Next is the Change Area of Interest tool. Identical to the button on the left side of the screen, this tool allows you to change your map display to another location. You can select your location, which will zoom to where you are at on the map, but be careful, if you are on a computer network, it may instead locate your ISP gateway. You can also select a state with a map click option, or you can select from a list. Remember that the lower 48 view is at the bottom of that list. The Get Link tool will bookmark your favorite view of the dashboard. Once you get the various layers set as you like, just click the Get Link tool to copy the link into your browser. You can then bookmark that link and return again and again to that favorite view. The Measure Path tool allows you to measure between points on the map. For directions on how to use this, click on the question mark next to the box. To clear your results, click on the red trash can to delete. Here you can adjust your user settings to your preference. Note that they are all turned on by default. The Frequently Asked Questions, or FAQ box, helps the user with common questions. The Feedback option allows you to provide us feedback on your user experience and any suggested enhancements you would like to see. In the lower right corner of the screen is the map scale. Over in the lower left corner, you can click on the Inset Map display, and then back on the right side is the USGS social media links and the FAQ and feedback boxes once again. Now I would like to show you how to look at individual site data with the dashboard. First, let's change the area of interest to the state of Georgia. Once there, you can hover your mouse over the dots on the map, and a pop-up box shows the station name, the current data from that location, and how it is changing over time. This is a great way to quickly assess what is happening at many stations. I selected the black dot in southwest Georgia due to all the recent rainfall in the area as shown by the National Weather Service radar. To access that station's data, click on the dot and a larger pop-up box is then displayed. To look at the last 7 days graph of all parameters collected at that location, click on the Graphs button. The information in the blue area gives you a historical context of how the current data compares to all data collected on the same day over the history of the gauge. It also, again, tells you how those data are changing over time. You can subscribe to the Water Alert notification tool that the USGS has in the lower left corner box. The subscription page pops up and is automatically filled out for that particular station. Next, the Site Page button opens a window to the main USGS Next Generation real-time data web pages for greater in-depth data exploration. And finally, the data box in the lower right corner presents the user with a summary of all data collected at this station over its entire history. So that concludes my virtual tour of the new National Water Dashboard, a major new data portal from the USGS. I hope you are as excited as we are about this great new tool for you to use on your computer or mobile devices that brings together all real-time USGS data along with weather information from our federal partners into one easy-to-use app. Remember that we will be continuing to add new data and features to the dashboard as time goes on. So make sure to bookmark the link on the screen and share it with all your friends and colleagues. Also, we want everyone coming back to the dashboard again and again, so please submit your feedback on how we can make this new product better for your needs. I thank you for your time today.